Speaker, I would like to begin by acknowledging the lived experience of victim survivors of domestic and family violence. Too many lives have been lost and too much trauma inflicted by this scourge, and sadly my electorate of Penrith is not immune. In fact, as recently as last weekend in the media, Penrith featured for all the wrong reasons. For too long, successive governments have failed to turn the tide on rates of domestic and family violence, but the Minns Labor government is determined to draw a line in the sand. We can't afford to repeat the mistakes of the past. To date, government efforts to address domestic and family violence have been overwhelmingly focused on crisis response. Investment in these services is critically important and must continue, but there is a missing piece of the puzzle, and that's stopping violence before it starts. We know that domestic and family violence is gendered violence. That's why the 16 days of activism against the gendered-based violence is so important. It is an annual campaign that takes place from the 25th of November to the 10th of December. The 2024 theme for the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence is Respect Is. Speaker, misogyny and harmful gendered stereotypes are significant drivers of this violence, and that is why we must focus on initiatives that work to address toxic attitudes and behaviours which exacerbate violence. Because if we don't do this prevention work, these attitudes and the cycle of gendered violence will continue for generations. Today, it's my pleasure to inform the House about a pioneering respectful relationships program called Walk the Talk. It's a program that I'm proud to say has involved local Penrith students from Kingswood High School and St Dominic's Catholic College. Walk the Talk is a training program provided at high schools involving a local women's community shelter to increase awareness about domestic, family and sexual violence and build young people's capacity to advocate. The goal with Walk the Talk is to help educate teenagers in a meaningful way that moves beyond theory and token gestures and into purposeful, informed action, empowering them to be the agents of change to create the world that they would like to live in. The program uses a two-pronged approach. Phase 1 is the in-school education workshop, educating young people in their communities about domestic and family violence and respectful relationships. Phase 2 is the service learning journey. It encourages young people to provide practical support to their local community shelters through fundraising, volunteering and awareness raising. This year, the program reached its major milestone in educating over 15,000 students in Year 9 and 10 about relationship abuse, domestic family violence, consent, seeking help, and being an ally. Each school also adopts their own local women's community shelter, supporting them in numerous ways throughout the year. The program has overall made a significant contribution to date, which is captured in the 2023 Impact Report. There have been workshops run in 26 schools with 4,049 students participating in workshops, and these programs have supported 8 women's community shelters, and there is an estimated $184,290 value to community so far. However, this is not the final total, as there's still more events to be held. Recently, there was an annual awards night here at Parliament House where students from St Dominic's Catholic College, Kingswood and Kingswood High School were recognised for their participation. Activities the students at St Dom's have undertaken included 60 welcome packs for young people arriving at the local women's shelter, The Haven in Penrith. Also, activities the students at Kingswood High have undertaken include their Awareness Day and Community Bake-Off Day. Congratulations to the Walk the Talk team, women's community shelters, local schools, students and teachers who have embraced the program and are making a real impact in our community. I encourage every high school in Penrith electorate to expand the Walk the Talk program further. If you've ever asked the question, what can I possibly do to end this scourge of domestic and family violence, well, you can start by participating in this very worthwhile program.
I call the member for